6:32 p.m. Can we please get the roll call of commissioners?
Commissioner Duarte,
Here.
Vice Chairperson Carrillo,
Here.
and Chairperson Winkler.
Present.
Commissioner Rosales Trujillo and Commissioner Abadi are absent for the record.
Thank you. Pancho, will you help us with our Pledge of Allegiance?
Ready? Begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, we're going to move on to item B1, matters not appearing on the agenda. Oh, wait, no, we're going to go back and say, Mr. Morita, are there any adjustments to the agenda?
There are no adjustments to the agenda.
Thank you very much. Now we'll move on to matters not appearing on the agenda. If you wish to address the Planning Commission concerning any item not appearing on the agenda and within the Commission's jurisdiction, please raise your hand and be acknowledged by the chairperson, and at that time state your name and address for the record. The chairperson reserves the right to place a time limit on each person's presentation of 3 minutes. It is requested that longer presentations be submitted to the Commission in writing. Did anybody send anything in?
No.
Nothing from you either? Perfect. So we will move on to item C1. The subject is Public Hearing, Discussion Action, Variance 26-01 for Hermenda Goyal, requesting variance from the Commercial Zone's Property Development Standards regarding lot coverage at 117 North Imperial Avenue, APN 064-000-000. This project is categorically exempt under the California Environmental Quality Act, known as CEQA, pursuant to Section 15301-Existing Facilities. We will open up the public hearing at 6:34, and we will hear now for our staff report.
Good evening, Commissioners. Tonight's public hearing is for variance 26-01. The property owner is requesting a variance approval for a deviation from the lot coverage requirement of 40% within the Village Commercial Zone for the property located at 117 North Imperial Avenue. This variance request is to allow the construction of a 160 square foot office space proposed to be located at the rear of the existing building. The existing building occupies 84.7% of the parcel, which designates it as a non-conforming structure. The proposed addition of this non-conforming structure would increase its non-conformance and the lot coverage to 90%. According to Section 24.17 of the Municipal Code, which addresses non-conforming uses and structures, the expansion of a non-conforming structure is not permitted. This public hearing was duly noticed in the Ivy Weekly newspaper on May 14, 2026, and a public hearing notice was mailed to all property owners within 300 feet of the project site. A neighboring property owner visited our office to obtain more information on the project, but he was reluctant to declare whether his position on the project. He was given the project's information and the information for this public hearing to attend, and he didn't state whether he was attending or not. So staff reviewed the city's regulations in relation to the proposed project and recommends denying variance 26-01. However, the Planning Commission has discretion to take into account the applicant's findings about the property's existing site constraints, the limited developable area, the downtown commercial context, and the modest size of the proposed 160 square foot addition. If the Commission finds that the applicant's evidence supports the necessary criteria for the variance, it may consider approving the request with appropriate conditions. Unfortunately, the applicant or the property owner could not join us tonight. However, we have the applicant, Paloma Francis, on the phone for if you have any questions for her.
Okay, thank you. Do you guys have any questions? Ready? Is it time for us to have questions?
Does
Is she on the phone or?
Does she want to, does she have a statement or something that she would like to make, or do I address her directly?
Paloma,
Yes, this is her.
would you like to, make a statement?
I could, yes, of course.
Go ahead.
Good evening, commissioners. My name is Paloma Francis. I couldn't make it on behalf of the property owner regarding the variance 26-01 for 117 North Imperial Avenue. The request before you tonight is for a very small 160 square foot office addition to an existing commercial property located within the downtown village commercial corridor. This request is not to intensify the commercial use, expand operations significantly, or create impacts to the surrounding area. The purpose of the addition is to simply improve the functionality of an already existing commercial building in a fully developed urban corridor. As noted in the staff report, the project does not create significant traffic impacts, environmental impacts, or public safety concerns, and no public opposition has been received regarding the project. Due to the existing configuration of the site and the placement of the structure, there is very limited ability to accommodate operational improvements elsewhere on the property. The proposed office area represents the only practical location for this minor addition. I respectfully believe this request represents a reasonable and minimal reinvestment into an existing downtown commercial property and remains consistent with the character and functionality of the surrounding commercial corridor. If anybody has any comments or questions, now would be the time.
So the plan is to cut down on the parking in the back area? I mean, the plan is to develop an office in the parking area, is that correct? We'll be losing parking
That is correct.
spaces.
I don't know if you saw the agenda, which was sent out, I believe, Friday afternoon, but there is pictures there that I took where the garbage disposal is at. So that's where the 160 addition will be. So there is no parking there.
There is a bumper stop there, so I think they used it for parking. I'm looking at the picture right now. So is your property going to be within that fenced area or on the other side of the fence?
No, where that fenced area is.
So all the electrical and everything's going to be removed?
That electrical will be removed.
Removed
Or relocated?
Yeah, relocated.
Relocated, yes, relocated.
So the entrance to this office will be through the backside, or is it going to be, some of those walls going to be torn down?
So the entrance to the office will be through the front, next to that cafe. I believe it's 316 Coffee, the cafe. That's the main entrance. It's just to extend where that building is already located. So you would enter through the main urban corridor.
For staff, was there a minimum number of parking spots that they needed to have back there?
No.
There was no minimum
No.
that they needed at the time? I mean, prior to,
Yeah, no, this is, when you're placing the village commercial, you have some exemptions under that rule.
on the
So,
number of parking spots?
Yes, street
Okay.
parking, it counts towards the parking it is required.
Okay,
Only in village commercial.
okay. And then another quick question for staff. When that building, I'm not sure if you're gonna know, but when that building was originally built, was it built at I think it's 84% right now. Was it always at the 84% or has it been added on throughout the years? Do you know?
I do not remember. I mean, I've been
Okay.
working for the city as a consultant since 2006, and I don't remember seeing any improvements in that building. So it's been there for quite a bit.
So it's been at 84 already,
Yeah.
or 80?
I think it's at 84.
Yeah.
Yes, and in speaking with the gentleman that walked into our office, he remembers, he couldn't give us the exact date because we did look for building records, for any permitting of the additional what it seems to be an addition. But he said it has been there about 30 to 40 years.
The way that it is?
Yes.
And then what is the main reason for only wanting it at 40%? Is that something to do with fire, or what is the main reason for only wanting 40% of the lot to be with a structure on it?
Oh, I don't have that answer, but what the strict letter of the law calls for in village commercial, to just have it at the 40% maximum. That's we have limitations under commercial, village commercial, and whatnot. So in some cases we have 60%. In this case, when it was developed, I was not part of it, so I don't know what the reasoning behind this on village commercial.
Do you, or are you aware of any health or safety concerns at it being more than the 40% or more than the 84%, since it's already at the 84%? Or was it just the recommendation to deny because it didn't fit something? Or what is the main reason for
The main
it?
reason is the lot coverage. Yeah, the strict letter of the law calls for 40% maximum, so not to add any more square footage to the existing building.
Additional footage.
Yes, additional.
Is
So
there any, would there be any reason to check with like fire to see if maybe the density increases, the fire spreads faster, or?
it does play into, yeah, that's plays a factor into the lot coverage as well. Yeah, you have some limitations, like I said. So there's in this case, the building itself exceeding a certain square footage will require a fire sprinkler system and whatnot. So I think the comments from the fire
Okay.
department's not that they have to comply with the fire department.
Just in that extra
That
160
extra
square?
100. Well, it will be the entire building, so you have to
Oh, the
have
entire
it.
building?
You would retrofit the whole
But have to
building to
upgrade
make
the
That
whole
it,
is,
yeah.
that is
Oh,
correct,
okay.
yes. It will trigger certain requirements, current requirements, for that square footage.
Oh, okay.
But that will be looked at the building permit.
Yeah. So right now it's just a variance, and then they have to step through whatever they need for the permitting. Yes.
I apologize, this question didn't occur to me in advance in the meeting, but how does the 40% lot coverage for village commercial compare to lot coverage requirements in other commercial zones? C1, we have a C1, C2.
60% on C1 and C2, it's 40% on village commercial, 60% in residential. I don't know the rest from the top of my head.
I don't either.
That's pretty small.
And
So, oh, sorry, go ahead, Mr.
one other question. Did I understand the applicant to say that the access to this additional office space would be through the coffee shop?
Through the coffee shop, correct?
Is it, did
That's
I
what she
understand
stated,
that
yes.
correctly? For some reason, I was,
No, not through the coffee shop. It's the
Basement.
one next to it.
It's in
Where do you
between.
think
It's
it
in
is on here?
between
Is it
Key
here?
Bargains and
Or
the
here?
coffee shop.
I'm assuming
Yes,
it's
correct.
this corner.
That's what I'm looking at here.
okay, so,
So it's offset, right?
Yes, it's the old community pharmacy building. I believe part of it is vacant at the moment.
Correct.
so this addition is to the community pharmacy?
At the
Spot?
rear, yes.
Okay.
What is the other density in other buildings surrounding this area?
We looked at the surrounding buildings and they were at 40%.
Oh, they were at 40%.
And if you can see on the photos in the staff report,
What about the post office, old post office?
That's probably, including the parking lot, it's probably less than 40%
The parking lot on the south side,
on the north side.
isn't that a separate lot?
Thought it was the same lot.
Which picture?
'Cause
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Which
Okay.
picture are you
Anyway,
looking
okay.
at?
the property location,
We're above the five?
Oh, so I think she is talking right here, right?
Yeah,
This is the back. Okay.
it doesn't even look like,
What page? Sorry.
6?
Okay.
so according to the site map, it's not even attached to this west side of the wall. It looks like it's gonna be attached to the south side of the wall, according to the site plan.
Correct.
So it's not gonna be connected to the existing building, to the. I guess I don't know, I'm looking at it wrong.
It seems like it's.
Yeah,
Do
it's
they
a-
own both buildings? Is there,
Just that parcel with the existing building on it. Those are they are the
oh, this
property
is where
owners.
it's gonna be.
No, that's the space. This is the new building right here.
So this owner owns all of the building that
me see
houses
this.
all of the businesses, the beauty shop, the coffee shop,
No,
Keys Bargain?
no,
no.
those are separate owners.
Okay,
The laundromat north,
Oh, thank you.
the laundromat, the coffee shop, the beauty shop,
Let me
they're
ask you.
different owners.
okay.
Just
So
to
they
be-
own Community Pharmacy and Keys Bargain?
Yes.
Okay.
Just to be clear, on this map right here, is this a vacant space and then this is where it's gonna be built?
Correct.
So there's a vacant space in between.
Yes.
So it's basically they're kind of come up to the parcel or the lot line from what it sounds like. Well, from what it looks like from the site plan. So even if that property is sold and they want to do something, they're gonna be landlocked in that area. I mean, they're so they wouldn't even have parking or for future establishments. I mean, that's gonna take up most of their lot from what it looks like. Because that's two separate properties from what I'm seeing on the site map, right?
It's one parcel.
Oh, this is one whole parcel, this whole piece?
Yes.
That doesn't make
No,
sense.
no.
Yeah.
These two
No, I
here,
think- aren't they right here?
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
This looks like a lot line.
These two?
Just with the long building.
Oh,
long
the two
buildings
long
are
buildings
one
are one
parcel.
parcel.
This long,
Yeah.
This is one parcel here.
So where the
Right here.
yeah.
That's one
the
parcel.
addition
the addition, that's gonna be
to the south.
basically in the south, yeah.
Correct.
And the cafe, the salon and the cafe, that's different. That's a different
Parcel.
parcel.
Different owners, correct.
No wonder it makes it, so tight in that area.
It's not on the north side?
It's on the north side.
It'll be on the north side.
Right,
north side.
well,
Side
it's
of
gonna be on the
those
north
two
side of the
Those-
building,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah, the north side
Yeah.
of the building.
But what I was saying, it's attached to the south side of the building.
It'd be attached to the
This-
west side of the building.
Well, according to this layout, it's not even attached to the.
Yeah, yeah, there's a little spot.
There's a
little
gap
space,
in
yeah,
between.
In between.
But it's attached right at this area right here.
Right, it's attached to the south side of the building, or north side of the building.
North side of the building.
Yeah.
So your main recommendation for not approval is just the letter of the law?
That is correct.
And, okay. And, okay,
But you have the alternative,
yeah,
as as the planner mentioned, that
yeah.
they have some findings, and if you find them suitable, you can approve the variance as well.
But pretty much everything else in the area is 40%,
Capped at 40%.
40%.
is built out to 40%.
My question regarding with the 40%, the 40%, I believe someone had already asked this, but the main reason for the 40%, if I'm not mistaken, in planning terms, especially for the village commercial, because I know, like another gentleman said, different zones have different percentage regarding the lot coverage. So, if I'm not mistaken, the 40% is that the city, the Imperial City, wants to maintain open space, circulation, parking, pedestrian-friendly design, and overall a site balance. And I think, if I did hear correctly, I believe that every other business owner there has the 40%. So I do understand the concern regarding the existing lot coverage. However, this request involves a very limited 160 square foot addition to an already very established downtown commercial property. I don't think, I know it's, if I'm not mistaken, it's at 84%. So I don't think adding it to a 90% will change the circulation and the traffic. And so the overall site balance. But how did it get to 84% if all the other rest are at 40%?
I do not have that answer,
Yeah.
but she has a point. So the 40%, or whichever lot coverage it is, in zoning, will it, it's therefore, one of the examples is open space, is parking, retention basin, water, sewer services, storm drain, and you name it. In this case, already exceeding the 40%, either have 80 and some change. So you can make the finding that they provided and approve the variance if you please. So they are exceeding the 40%, no matter what. So there's no other way. There's no way that in that little space we're gonna add retention basin. We're gonna add parking. We're storm drain system and whatnot. So which either way you can go. So I see your point, but we also
Have to follow the law.
we're following the strict letter of the
I
law.
mean,
So
90% is very close to 100%. You know,
I would just say this with respect to how the 40, how it evolved. As Yvonne indicated, the current situation is non-conforming. So I would speculate that because I can recall it was during my involvement when I was city attorney that the village commercial came into being. So I suspect that building was already there and may have been permitted at the moment in time that building was built. And then village commercial came along and imposed a different lot coverage, which can happen, and which potentially makes previously permitted things non-conforming. The idea being that eventually it'll come into compliance. But I think this particular case is a good example of why this body exists. If it was just a mechanical application of the letter of the law, we wouldn't need folks like you to come in and offer a different viewpoint or a better approach than just a strict letter of the law application. And so I think in those, I think you can, as staff has indicated, exercise your discretion to do what you, at the end of the day, you think is right. That it's kind of, the easy thing is, okay, the speed limit's 65. If you go 66, you get a ticket. And we know that as a practical matter, officers exercise their discretion in that regard. So here we have a letter of the law, 40%. We're already at 84, and we're talking 160 square feet. And I think, and when you look, it might be a little bit of a different discussion if like Mr. Duarte indicated, it looks like you're taking out parking. And my understanding is that there isn't existing parking, and the relocation of the electrical and other things aren't going to impact in a significant way the layout. So it doesn't make your job easier. But I think that's why you're here. It is to exercise your judgment on those things that maybe we're painting outside the lines a little bit, but that at the end of the day, you think it's the right thing to do.
would there be, thank you, I understand what you're saying. Would there be any impact to the city, let's just say, because this lot is owned by one person, he's only at 40, he comes, oh, I just want to make an extra 10%, an extra 20%.
Yeah.
That's where I always look at, is like, okay, the next person may want the same variance. So would we be, I mean, I know for you, it'd still be the letter of the law, but can you see any impact to the city if this person were to want to add?
I see it a little bit different in this case because it's a non-conforming because they're exceeding that 40%. So on the rest of the buildings, I will apply the letter of the law. You're not exceeding it. In this case, I'm a little bit more flexible in that sense because the 40% it's there for future parking, open space, stormwater retention and whatnot. So in this case, there's nothing that we can do in that sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if an applicant comes, we will do the same thing. We'll let them know that it's not recommended, and then they'll have that opportunity. But in those cases, I think I would be my position would be very strong as to not to recommend, because they have the ability to do more with that lot. The parking requirements. They have to meet all those requirements.
Because there you have the laundromat, then you got the coffee shop, and then you got a hair's place.
Mhm.
They don't have entrances through the back, right? Or do they?
I think one
do,
of
do
them
they?
do have.
Oh, the
yes.
laundromat does, so they
Yeah,
use that
uh-huh.
parking area.
Yeah, they do.
Only one.
Yeah, that's the only one. So that'd be I think if we allow one person to add on, and then somebody else comes in and wants to add on, and we say, well, no, because of this, and then we're gonna be
Because I kind of look at it like this person was grandfathered in. I look at it saying grandfathered in based on what they were, not what they're going to do in the future.
future.
But
Can I add one comment here? Regarding what the gentleman said, I completely understand and respect that this commission's responsibility is not simply to apply the code mechanically, but to evaluate each property based on its unique circumstances. And I know this is more work, but determine what is reasonable and appropriate within the context of the site and the surrounding area. In this particular case, we believe the request does deserve, like any other, like our neighbors, the cafe, the laundry, deserves consideration because the property already exists as a long-standing downtown commercial site with historical development constraints that are different from newer commercial properties. The proposed addition is extremely limited in scale and intended only to support the functionality of the existing business. And it does not impact, as I said briefly, the traffic, safety, or surrounding area. What I wanted to add regarding our neighbors, the cafe, the laundry, the pharmacy, to take into consideration that if one person asks for a variance, maybe the rest will as well. Regarding that, I understand the concern about setting that, and I also understand that the staff expressed concerns regarding whether the variance findings could be supported. However, this property ultimately, oh sorry, it cut off a little. What's going on with my phone?
Oh, we can hear you. Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Sorry, I don't know, my phone, something had happened here. I also want to respectfully acknowledge that pursuing a variance application involves time, expense, professional preparation, and the public hearing, public process requirements. The staff did let me know that they were more inclined to maybe not passing this variance, and they did tell me beforehand, before paying for the variance application and with the rest of the process. So like they did for me, I believe they would do for anybody else, such as if the cafe, the pharmacy, or the laundry wants to do a variance application. So to move forward, because we genuinely believe the unique circumstances of this property warranted consideration by the commission, rather than simply abandoning the opportunity for reasonable reinvestment into the site, I think the same amount of consideration would be taken place to the rest of the business owners to see what constraints they may have to evaluate the property based on its specific context. That is all I have to say.
okay, thank you. Yes.
Just a final thought. Setting a precedent is always a concern because whether it's code enforcement, a CHP officer on Interstate 8, what do they hear? Well, everybody is doing it. Right? And so it is with this. What you might hear is that, well, you approved 99 others and I'm the 100th, right? At some point in time, you might get an equal protection argument if there's 99 and you say no to one and they all look alike of the ones that you approve. So I understand the concern with setting precedent, but in cases like this, each one rises and falls on its own merits. This is a public hearing. Everybody within 300 feet was notified in writing that this application was pending, and so they would have an opportunity to appear here. I understand that there was no written opposition or support one way or the other received. And so I would just say you should be mindful about precedent, but that said, at the end of the day, you can exercise your judgment on each case as it comes along just by the very nature of the process.
Is there anything else from the commission?
I don't have anything else, thank you.
Anything else from staff? No? Okay. Paloma Francis, thank you for calling in, and we really appreciate, all your comments and everything that you were able to provide to us tonight. I'm going to go ahead and close the public hearing at 7:03.
Thank you.
So, anything else? Katie?
I'll just walk you through
Oh, good.
your options. So,
Okay.
staff's recommendation is to adopt the resolution that would adopt findings. So each one says, here's our reason why. And so you would adopt that resolution that was prepared by staff. And then if you want to approve this, you would be adopting a resolution, but with the findings, if you agree with them, provided by the applicant. Here's the findings we have that would support this versus staff's findings. Here are the findings we have that don't. So as commissioners, you do have to make some findings. Luckily, there's a lot of options in there. You've got a whole set of yeses and a whole set of nos. Okay. So when you do make a motion, it would be appropriate to say we'd like to approve based on staff's findings or disapprove, okay. I said it backwards, but you know what I mean. Either adopt staff's, or if you agree with the applicant's proposed findings, those are all positive to allow it.
Okay.
So a yes or a no, and we'll do the paperwork for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have anything else or any?
No, that's.
Pancho,
What's that?
do you have anything else you want to add?
I don't have anything else, no. This one, kind of tough one too. Another tough one.
Is anybody ready to make a motion?
Oh, I motion to deny the what is it? The applicant? The recommendation by the applicant. The
Recommend
request by
staff
For
findings.
the variance, yeah.
No, approve the staff findings.
Correct.
Deny the
Correct.
applicant.
Is that
That is said absolutely right.
Is that clear enough?
Yeah.
Or should
Yeah,
we-
so what that would be is you would be saying no to what this applicant wants to build,
Yes.
and you said everything correctly. You would be
Okay,
adopting
perfect.
staff findings.
Is there a second?
I second.
Okay. All those in favor? Let's take a vote.
Wait, I think they're going to do it through the.
Yeah.
He's learning.
Okay, wait.
For you on the phone, we have new technology. They're just
Oh.
pressing the buttons.
Okay, so read it says approve the denial. Okay.
So yes. Oh, because I zoomed it in the screen. So.
Francisco, did you vote?
Oh, I didn't place save.
You have to do it
Sorry,
twice.
Motion carries 3-0.
So that motion was to adopt the resolution denying the request to have a variance, which means that they won't go forward with thank you.
Okay. Okay.
I believe that the ordinance does provide for an appeal, so it's conceivable this could be heard by the city council.
Okay. Perfect. Good. So is there any commissioner reports, anything you guys want to talk about?
No,
Say?
not I.
That's it?
I don't have anything.
Oh, it's our first meeting as, what are you, junior chairman?
Well, congratulations to Lisa if that's the case.
Junior chair.
Okay, staff have anything they'd like to add?
Have nothing to add tonight.
Okay. Yvonne, you have something, right?
Sure. Just again, with the environmental justice element, we have it up on our website, the draft, if you'd like to review it. We'll be also having public workshops, a virtual one on June 6th, that's a Saturday at 10 a.m., and an in-person at the Ivy Food Bank on June 16th in the afternoon, evening hours,
Somewhere.
5 to 10, 5 o'clock, sometime like that.
All right, thank you. Mr. Morita, do you have anything?
I do not.
Mr. Garcia?
Yeah, just congratulations to our new officers, the chair and vice chair. for
Vice
your
chair.
appointments.
There you go.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Also, I'd like to remind everybody, our new website went live this past week. And so we still need your bios, so if you can send those in to Yvonne and we can make sure that those get posted up on
Okay,
the website on each of you.
Cool.
thank you.
Katie,
I
do you
have a brief update. It was in the newspaper and we did, stream it live like we do all our meetings, but at our last city council meeting, there was an item to discuss, essentially data centers or heavy industrial next to homes and schools. And I'd encourage you, to watch the video, just because a lot of that has to do with what you guys do as well. The direction at the end of that from council to staff was to present a moratorium, present it and have it on the agenda at the next, the next meeting, next Wednesday. So, just to keep you up to date on what's going on, because it does. And just so you're aware, a moratorium, I don't know if it'll pass, but when you watch the video, you'll have somewhat, some insight. With a moratorium, it is a way to say, we have this pending issue or upcoming issue that's coming fast, and we need to put a halt with instructions to staff to do some work to address those issues. So it happened a lot with cannabis a few years back, where a lot of people would issue a moratorium and then it would come back to make the more permanent changes based on what that direction is. So keep your eyes on it.
Okie dokie. Christina, Amy?
I have nothing to add.
Good job, Ms. Scott. Cool. Okie dokie. So we will adjourn this regular we'll adjourn at 7:09 and our next meeting is for June 10th at 6:30.